So, let me tell you a story. While I was staying in China, I was scrolling through the TV on the couch when I stumbled across something. And that something is this. And after seeing that, I was immediately reminded of a certain game. I think all of you can guess what game I was reminded of. Now, I don't exactly remember how I reacted when I first saw this, but it was probably something along the line of what? That being said, I immediately started looking for the game to see if I can find it. And I did eventually find it. But it was not easy. You see, I was so far into the rabbit hole that when I couldn't find the game on my normal tablet, I eventually brought a Chinese tablet just to see if I could find the game on it. Now, after that small sacrifice, let's see what this game, which is definitely not a ripoff of any other game that you may know, has to offer. This is gonna cost me my sanity, isn't it? So the name of this game is actually 表情乱大作战, or in English translation, Crazy Expression Big Battle. This game is based off of a type of Chinese meme known as expression pack. Expression packs usually consist of characters that has extremely exaggerated expressions. The faces of these characters are also unnaturally realistic, but that's part of where the humor comes from. It is one of the most popular and influential meme in China, alongside this guy.
你干嘛？哎呦！
First level. So one of the main things to mention in this game is the sound effects when you send out a unit. Here, just take a listen to this.
乘法少年
Now each unit has a different sound effect that plays when you deploy them, but all of them gets annoying really quickly. There's also a sound effect when you upgrade your worker cat.
Oh yeah!
Now one last important thing to mention. This is fucking Battle Cats! There's the basic cat, the axe cat, the tank cat, the doge, the goddamn soul. They could not have made this more obvious if they tried. And then there's cat cannon. It doesn't fire! Why would you design the base like a cannon if it doesn't fucking fire? After beating the first level, the game then forces you to upgrade a unit and then it's on to the second level. But then something caught my attention. This guy. After watching an ad to unlock him and then deploying him in the game, I realized of course it's goddamn Gross Cat. They didn't even try to be original. After a little bit of playing, I eventually unlocked Bootleg Ninja Cat, who looks like he got ran over by a couple of trucks going 80 miles per hour on the freeway. This game shouldn't even be considered just a ripoff at this point, as this is just a whole nother level above it. Almost everything in this game is ripped straight from Battle Cats. Let's take a look at level 5, for example, the first boss level. 今天有大哥帮忙. Oh, really? I wonder what kind of unique enemy will come out of that base. In order to evolve a unit in this game, you need their puzzle pieces, which you can get from the shop using gold coins. As far as I know, this is the only way to obtain puzzle pieces to evolve a unit. But because the amount of reward they give you for beating each level in this game is basically nothing, your only option is to either replay a level thousands of times, or you can always... Just because this game doesn't have in-app purchases doesn't mean they won't try other methods to get as much money as possible. You see this icon right here? This is how they monetize this game. This button makes you watch an ad and then it gives you 800 coins. To give you an idea of how little that is, each puzzle piece costs about 1,500, and to fully evolve a unit, you need about 30 puzzle pieces. So if you do the math, it means that if you want to fully max out a unit, you need to watch 56.25 ads or 57 ads. Luckily, the version of the game I have removes all the ads, meaning I can just do this. This is probably the only reason why I haven't lost my sanity while playing this game. Eventually, I ran into a glitch where the victory screen started flashing, and then after a little bit, my device started heating up, and then afterwards, it just kind of... After playing for a little bit, I evolved the ninja, and of course it's the same as the evolution of Ninja Cat from Battle Cats. Why would you... You know what? I'm not gonna waste my breath just to say the same thing over and over about this game, so I'm just gonna move on. So the way evolution works in this game is every time you evolve a unit, their level cap gets increased, but they also get more expensive. There is no way to devolve a unit after evolving it, so you're just kind of stuck with the higher price. And you know why that can be an issue? Because as far as I know, there is no way to upgrade your economy in this game. So at the beginning, you're basically forced to tank damage until you can send your units out. Not really an issue in the early levels, but it will become more annoying later on. Do you want to know the worst part about this though? Because there's no way to upgrade your money capacity past the initial amount, that means later on there are units that you cannot deploy because you can't afford them. How the fuck Did you overlook such an important detail when designing this game? Assuming that you overlook the fact that this game is a carbon copy of the Battle Cat, it's still a pretty garbage game, all things considered. Everything from the gross monetization and the bad game balancing make this game a pretty terrible experience for me to go through. This game does not have a single semblance of strategy whatsoever. Unlike Battle Cats, where you have different units that specialize against certain enemies, this game does not have that. So whether you can beat a level or not is solely based on the level of your units. So if you're stuck on a level, guess what you have to do? You have to either go back and replay some of the previous levels until you get enough resources to upgrade your units enough so that you can beat the level, or you can always add grind. And because beating a stage in this game rewards you with barely anything, you're gonna have to do this over and over and over again. So I don't know how they managed to do this. But this all combined means that progressing in this game is worse than treasure grinding in Battle Cats. You can't make this shit up. That's actually really impressive considering this game only has 30 levels. 30 fucking level and they somehow made progression worse than Battle Cats. Also, take a listen to the sound in game.
Oh yeah!
Ew.
After beating the final level of this game, which by the way is nothing more than mindless enemy spams, you get nothing. The game just goes back to the title screen and the game just ends. It doesn't give you a cutscene, it doesn't give you at least some text saying you win or something, it just nothing. There's just nothing. 7 hours of playing this damn game! And that is what I've been rewarded with. Wow. So after that experience, I am never gonna touch a Chinese tablet ever again. And if you ask me to rate the game, what the fuck am I supposed to rate it? That thing isn't even a real game. That thing's like a Chinese psychological torture device or something. I guess I'll just give it a 1 out of 10 because that is the lowest score you can physically give. The only thing I got from this is that I'm never gonna touch this game again, and the fact that there is no God in this world because this game exists. Anyway, that marks the end of this video. Thank you all for coming to watch me torture myself for 7 minutes straight, and I hope you all have a nice day. Goodbye.